It was just past midnight when Emma stirred in her bed. The soft green glow from the baby monitor blinked steadily on the nightstand. At first, she thought it was part of a dream. The gentle static, hum that occasionally crackled when her infant daughter shifted in her crib. But this time, it wasn't just static. There were voices, low, muffled, and distant. Emma sat up slowly, her breath catching in her throat. She glanced at her husband, Jason, still asleep beside her. Then she leaned closer to the monitor. The voices were clearer now, one male, one female. Not their voices. Not anyone they knew. "She's not ready yet," the female voice whispered. "Soon we wait," replied the male voice. Emma's skin prickled with unease. She grabbed the monitor and pressed the volume button, turning it all the way up. The voices stopped. Silence returned. Just the faint rustle of blankets and the soft sound of baby Lily's breathing. Her heart thudded against her ribs. She slipped out of bed, careful not to wake Jason, and made her way down the hallway to the nursery. The wooden floor creaked under her feet. As she pushed open the door, Lily stirred in her crib but didn't wake. Emma scanned the room. Everything was in place. The stuffed bear on the shelf, the nightlight casting soft shapes on the wall. The monitor's receiver sat where it always did, on the small dresser. But then she noticed something strange. The red light on the monitor blinked, like it was receiving sound. But the room was completely silent. Emma reached for it, her fingers trembling. As she picked it up, the voices returned. "She's here," the female voice said. Emma turned on her heel and hurried back to the bedroom. She shook Jason awake, whispering his name in urgent tones. He blinked, disoriented. "What's wrong?" "Voices in the monitor. I heard them talking about Lily." Jason rubbed his eyes. "What kind of voices?" "I don't know, but they're not from another house. They're in her room, or close to it." Jason sat up, now fully awake. "Let me hear." Emma handed him the monitor. For a moment it was silent again, until the male voice returned. "She still doesn't know we can see her." Jason's face went pale. Jason stood, his breath shallow. He stared at the monitor like it might bite him. "Is this some kind of sick prank?" he whispered. Emma shook her head. "How could it be? Who would do that, and how would they know?" She trailed off, her eyes darting to the bedroom window. It was shut, blinds drawn. She turned her attention back to the monitor. The red light blinked again. "We should call someone," Jason said, grabbing his phone. "The police." The voices cut through again, louder this time. "Don't call them." Jason froze. The phone slipped from his hand and landed on the bed. Emma grabbed his arm. "This isn't possible," she whispered. "Monitors don't work like this." "They don't," the female voice interrupted, soft but commanding. "We are not in the monitor. We're in the house." A cold silence fell between them. Emma felt her knees weaken, her mind struggling to accept what she'd just heard. Jason leapt from the bed and headed toward the nursery. "Jason, wait!" But he was already halfway down the hall. Emma followed, her heart pounding in her ears. When they reached Lily's room, the door was wide open. Jason stepped in first, flicking the light switch. The nursery filled with a warm glow. Lily lay in her crib, sleeping peacefully. Nothing looked disturbed until Jason noticed the closet door. It was open just a crack. "Did you leave that open?" he asked without turning around. Emma shook her head. Jason walked over and with a deep breath, pulled it wide open. Empty. Just baby clothes, boxes of diapers, and a stack of old blankets. Emma stared, then looked back at the monitor in her hand. The red light blinked once, then it died. The screen went black. Suddenly, Lily started to cry. Emma rushed to the crib, lifting her daughter into her arms. "It's okay, baby, it's okay," she whispered. Jason looked at the closet again, then down at the floor. Something caught his eye. Bare footprints. Small, like a child's, leading out of the closet and stopping halfway across the room. But no one was there. Then the female voice returned. Not through the monitor, from behind them. Jason spun around, shielding Emma and Lily with his body, his eyes sweeping the room. But there was no one there. Just the soft hum of the nightlight and Lily's quiet sobs. The voice spoke again, barely above a whisper. "She's safe. For now." Emma backed toward the door, her heart racing, clutching Lily tightly. Jason followed, never taking his eyes off the room. He reached for the light switch, but before he could flip it, the light flickered and died. Darkness swallowed them. Then silence. No voices, no crying. Just the sound of their own breathing. Jason fumbled for his phone, its screen casting a pale blue glow. He held it up. The room was empty. Emma didn't wait. She turned and hurried out of the nursery, Jason close behind. They didn't stop until they were outside. Barefoot on the cold front lawn under the night sky, Lily had stopped crying. She stared up at the stars, calm again. They never spent another night in that house. The next day, they packed what they could and left. The monitor was left behind, still black, but with its red light blinking faintly in the shadows of the empty nursery. No one ever figured out where the voices came from. The police found no signs of forced entry, no tampering with the monitor, no footprints that matched the ones Jason had seen. But Emma and Jason never questioned what they heard, because some voices don't need doors to enter a home. They just need a way in. And sometimes all it takes is a baby monitor